Glenn Lindsay in the G25. Outside of Glenn Lindsay in the 27G, two-time winner a season ago here from Greenwood is Joshua Greenwood. Inside of the fourth row, fourth row, the 65 is Michael Turner. Charles Duck to the outside. And night number 2 of the 48th annual Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship is underway for the legendary quarter mile here in Greenwood tonight. As they hustle and work their way into one for the first time, we'll be going, I believe, going 10 laps in distance. 10 laps the distance here. As Morgan jumps out to the race lead early off of 4 with a several car length advantage as he works down Main Street into 1. So Tyler Morgan right now with the plan. And Dylan Olasco's night has just ended abruptly at the top of turn number 2, and we'll get the caution out early for position. So we got 3, 6. Yeah, so we got 3, 6, 9, 10 cars on the racetrack with Tyler Morgan out of Minden, Louisiana, the Hunter's Body Shop number 24, your race leader. So that tells me quite a few shoes went home last night. Or no, these transfer to the B or to the A? I'm confused. We had a bunch of factory stocks. As Tuggle's finally getting his legs back underneath him, feeling pretty confident. As Kelly Lockey, Hollywood, just acquired this new laser chassis to the number 31 out of Tyler, Texas. Brett Arden in the 5. Travis Bowden, Big Bad Bowden, back in the saddle again. He's in the 041. He's at a Karnak. Little John Tuggle moves from, he would have started outside of row 3, but he moves up to the outside of the front row, and we're underway and under the gun. And the green flag will wave over the Greenwood Oval as we're underway in your second last chance qualifier. We'll see what Cody Myers, long hair, don't care, can do, as he has got his work cut out for him from the tail. We'll see what 55 can do. There's been driving 55 all year, and he's got him crossed up in front. And we'll maybe get the first caution. And we will get a caution. So Josh Warren of the 62X ready to put his foot through the firewall and get this party restarted. The Green Acres Automotive 62X, the former driver of the XSub Motorsports number 62X Toyota Celica. He dominated in the mini stock division back in the early 2000s. He'll send us back full throat down the boulevard into 1 on the restart. Keep your eyes on Club 20, this year's $10,000 winner to the King of the Hill. Neil Kemp and the 4V just washed up the racetrack, and they're 3 wide momentarily off of 2 down the backstretch. Neil Kemp up to 5th in Club 20. And they're Little John Tuggle looses a goose, but don't get him started. Birthday boy this weekend, Dean Rasco, trying to put the Colt 45 in the show tonight. The 2018 track champion here in Greenwood, Dean Rasco, the former 1995 Louisiana State Dirt Track champ. And right now, they are fanned out all over the hill, as right now it still continues to be the 62X of Warren. And here comes Neil Kemp now, as from the tail up to grab, trying to grab 5th. Stepping to the outside of Rasco, the 55, he's got some drive. Here comes Myers. These are lessons learned from Bob. Two good friends going to go at it here. They're 4th and 5th respectively now on the racetrack as the The 20 is bringing the 55 along in tow. And here comes Kemp. Boy, just walked right to the outside of the 31, disposed of him quickly. As the 31 of Kelly Lockey relegated, and he will get put down one more. As again, the Club 20 is bringing the 55 along on the tow chain. As they roll into one, it still continues to be Josh Warren out front with the race lead, but about 2 car lengths as they work down the back straightaway. Neil Kemp is rolling. Neil Kemp is rolling like a big dog up top. And here comes your King of the Hill winner. Not a bad B-main or last chance qualifier here. Neil Kemp, just a matter of time before he walks right to the outside. Oh, and Little John Tuggle and Myers make contact. 2 good friends making some heavy, significant contact in the midpoint of the front boulevard. And good news is it doesn't appear anything significant or damage will halt their progress here. As you got to think these guys need to be a little bit more conservative. As, there is something at stake here, but not as much as what's at stake later. As here comes Club 20. Neil Kemp doing just what he did here when he won 10 grand and he dethroned his good friend Justin Whitehead. He walked to the outside of the racetrack as Whitehead led quite a few of that one that night. Graham led the first 18. Whitehead led until lap number 44, and Neil Kemp got around him with 6 to go. As they work down the back straightaway, Neil Kemp breathing down the neck of the 62X of the Shreveport racer Josh Warren for the race lead. Into turn number 3. Here comes Neil Kemp. He's going to try in. He's tried out. Will he walk through the door this time? He's going to run out of TIME, but he is undoubtedly on a RAIL, folks. You don't need too much of a good Louisiana education to figure that out. Into turn number 3. He's passing the eyeball test for sure. Josh Warren, though, has made his car wide. And he'll hold on to it. And he'll take the dub in 62X. The top 7 cars will transfer to tonight's A qualifier in this limited modified. At Bell City, Louisiana, the 78, that's going to be Wyatt Wilkerson, Eric Shashelski. To the outside from Houston in the 17C, Jared Graves in the 121. 16-year-old Corey Neal Jr. in the number C7 out of Beaumont. Dustin Yonton, 12Y. Stephen Hogan in the car number 18. Todd Colliers in 1X. Gary Lipscomb in the 19. Again, the top 6, I need the front wheel drives first, the factory stocks, Pro Mods, limited modifies, and the crates. That's the hot lap order for the top 6 tonight. As Aaron Roy out of Red Lick, Texas, leads us back to the green flag, and we're back underway here at Boothill. Automotive Transmission Center number 27 and a laser chassis tonight. Sean Graham Hitman Designs on the number 27 is Joshua Greenwood. Glenn Lindsay in 27. The lights are going out here at Boothill and we're underway and under the gun on your A qualifier here tonight. They work and dance down the front straightaway with their boot scooting boogies on. It's down the back boulevard into turn number 3. We turn the wick back up here at the hill. And they'll go full throat into 3 and 4 and off of 4. Also, you might go down me back just a tad since I'm standing in the crowd. Or avian anyway. So into 1. It's going to be Fur in the 55, waging war, going door to door as they exit turn number 2. Into 3. 81 of Ingles up top shelf where Grandpa keeps the good bourbon. Racing Jason Ingles around the hub in 12. As Mike Wells, the 4-time 67 track champion, had a great display here last night. And Fur going to nose ahead for the race lead with Ingles still giving him hell on the outside of the racetrack as he rolls into 3 with that outside line momentum. We get 1 around the exit of turn number 2, and we may get the caution out for the first time, and we will. So getting ready to go back full throat here off of turn number 4. The 81 of Ricky Ingles scored your race leader. So about to be an Ingles sandwich right now is going to be Fur. Rolling into turn number 3, Cameron Fur has been relegated to second as the 16-year-old Connor Meeborn went up top shelf at 36. They're 3 wide off of 4. 3 wide momentarily. David Evers split the C and he walked right to the middle lane of the threshold and he took advantage. He says, "Thank you very much. May I have another?" Lone Star, your pole sitter from Shreveport, is the hitman, Sean Graham from Shreveport and Triple X. Outside of Triple X is going to be the 100. Lee Patton from Quitman, Louisiana, the Outlaw chassis number 100 for Tommy Mercer. And JT Turner in the number 35S. Outside is going to be car number 21 of Bubba Jones. Jones in car number 21 got another. Oh, and around goes Bubba Jones. Around goes Bubba Jones. Got in there a little too hot and heavy. Oh, and one tumbling upside down in the middle of 1 and 2. Wow, I thought he was going to roll back, set himself up for success in Vivian after an unfortunate disqualification after tying horns with Ricky Ingles in heat race action. So he showed that he can face some adversity and fight back, as we'll see what happens tonight. As the lights are out, we're back underway here at the Boothill Speedway. As through 3 and off of 4 this time, the 100 of Lee Patton's out front with the race lead off of turn number 4. They work down Main Street into turns 1 and 2. Lee Patton leads Sean Graham, the 21 of Bubba Jones, who really benefited out of that caution, folks. The major benefactor of that caution, because he went around in front of the whole field for the 9J of Laxton tumped over. Nonetheless, Bubba Jones back to 3rd. The top 9 in this one, folks. The top 9, as I'll make my way back to the top here. Well, come to find out, he had passed out. He got too hot. So, we want to make sure that Ronnie Hildebrandt's okay first and foremost there, because, anytime that happens, that's rare, and we hope that Ronnie's good to go, and it's unfortunate for him. So Devin Richards, all the while, will take the green flag here. The number 4 with the 16 of Beasley is to the outside as they hustle into one on the start. They go at it neck and neck off of 2 down the back straightaway, and right now, fanned out door-to-door for third. Here comes the Styles Automotive Total Custom Cars and Dyno 96 of the Nightmare, Michael Knighton. The former Quick Race Car Spring Nationals winner in the Open Wheel Modified ranks at the Arklatex Speedway. Knighton rolls to third in 96. So Knighton back in the 2018 season, won here twice in the factory stock division. And at the tail end of that 2018 season, he got the hankering to move up to this Pro Mod class, and he has had a sled full of bad luck, for what it's worth, that they're having a really good outing in a class that he had endured seemingly a pretty solid amount of success in. Nonetheless, Michael's always been a pretty quick shoe and accomplished shoe. He's got some big races. He held up Morgan Bagley to win that Spring Nationals back in 2010 in Vivian. I feel like Michael Knighton has as worst of luck as anyone I've seen race around the Arklatex ever. So right now we work down the back straightaway. It's all bees knees. Jason Beasley, the Gentle Giant, right now on sole command of this one in the number 16. Beasley leads as Devin Richards tries to get something wound up top in the number 4. Richards and the curb records by Dylan Scott, number 4. He won one this season at Dirt of the Rev over there in Monroe. As right now he's got something cooking on the outside of the racetrack. Here comes Richards. Devin Richards in the turn number 3. Here he comes. He's got it wound up top, and the track's starting to shape up nicely. It's what you want to see, 2 distinct grooves, as Beasley, using the hub of the racetrack, couldn't go any. He could go lower than a Mudcat in the Red River. Right now he's using about a width of a car up higher. You know what I'm saying. Off of turn number 4. Tongue-tied Zachary here is off of turn number 4 into 1. Jason Beasley. So we got a good Pro Mod race brewing here. As Richards, the last time by, was a 18.322 to Beasley's surprisingly 18.267. That last time by, Richards turns at a lap time of 17.848 to a 17.997 for Jason Beasley, so about a tenth quicker or so. But right now the low line continues to catapult the number 16 out front with the lead and continues to shoo off any challenge that the 4X may have to throw at him as he worked down to it. Getting ready to turn up the wick and get the party race started here with the 8 of Gene Border, the well-respected longtime veteran shoe out of Vivian, Louisiana. Border will put his foot through the firewall and get this party started as we roll off of turn number 4 to the green flag. And a great start for Cook, as Cook will fire into the race lead on the start. As 2 of them around to the exit of turn number 2, and we will get one tail tacked on. The other one's rolling, trying to get him. Oh, and imagine that. Justin Cook still out front with the race lead right now as they roll off at turn number 4. Cook, last time by, an 18.047. Border a little bit quicker with a 17.833. Trying to chip away at it right now as we work down to it. Cook with a sizable enough lead. He doesn't make any bad mistakes. He's not going to give Gene Border a whole lot to chew on, and we'll get the white flag coming up this time as one at the exit of turn number 2, facing up to the racetrack, and Keith Parker has the yellow in his hand, ready to throw it if need be. So he'll throw it, but I guarantee you that the checkers are going to be coming out this time by. Matters the most.
Yeah, he's going to remember me forever.
Forever. This is the People's Dirt Track Champion, Glenn Lindsay, as we get ready to take back to the green 5-year limited modifieds. Thanks, Glenn. You're a class act. As we take to the green here, the 1. Sorry, it's Ryan Harris on the pole. This year's second place finisher in the inaugural 75-lap, 15,000-inch showdown at Chatham. As they work off a 2 down the back straightaway to 3, they're 2 by 2 by 1 into turn number 3. As they roll off a 4 this time down Main Street into turn number 1. Dean Abbey going to take the race lead, using that outside line momentum to his advantage. As he rocks and rolls his way, trying to pinch off and use some side bite there. And he'll dispose of the 199 of Ryan Harrison. He'll go to the race lead. Quickly to the top spot goes Dean Abbey. Off a 2 down the back straightaway. Dean Abbey sidesteps Ryan Harris down the back boulevard into 3. Andrew Rossum with the number 26 goes up to the top shelf. They're 2 by 2 by 2 all the way. The racetrack's shaping up to be a good one here tonight. Racetrack shaping up nicely here as Dean Abbey, the former Hoosier Tire Southwest $10,000 winner of the Sport Mod Nationals at Heart of Texas in Waco. He rolls with the race lead off of 4 down Main Street into 1, but still being pressured by Ryan Harris, the versatile shoe out of Crosby, Texas. Ryan Harris still breathing on his neck for it. Here comes Winnigan, Chris Hennigan. Hennigan trying to live up to his moniker and win again here at Boot Hill. Didn't win his first Louisiana State Championship till 2012 in his open wheel modified, dedicated it to the late great Ace Hennigan, his grandfather, of course, who we had just lost a short time before that. As they work off a 2, still side by side for the race lead, down the back straightaway at the midpoint. As they still go at it tooth and nail in the 3 and 4. Around the hub, here comes Ryan Harris for the race lead. Ryan Harris digging around the bottom. Harris noses up in front by half a cat's whisker, that time at the line to the midpoint of the front straightaway. Still door to door. This is what you want to see here at Boot Hill tonight. Track's certainly getting racier. Oh, and Andrew Rossum just made contact with the turn 2 retaining wall. Got a little bit high, wide, and handsome there, did Rossum, as they continue to wage the war for it right now. You couldn't slide the Holy Spirit between the right and left sides of those race cars. Harris and Abbey going at it. What's going to give in this one? They get low line. Looks like it's working more meticulous right now. Harris continues to finesse the throttle. Halfway into this one, the other half to go yet. As tick-tock, the race clock will go. The last lap time, a 17.870 to Dean Abbey's 18.088. So just turning it up, as you can see it right now, he's certainly passed the eyeball test. Ryan Harris has dialed it up, and he's turned up the wick, and he's separated himself from Dean Abbey now. Skeet Amerson, the 63-year-old veteran racer out of New Boston, just won $2,000 at Texarkana 2 months ago. He's just disposed of Chris Hennigan to ride to 3rd. This one very well may go caution-free as we work down to it. Again, tick-tock, the race clock goes. 5 laps to go this time by down underneath the ABC Auto Parts flag stand. As Ryan Harris made his way out to Boot Hill, making his limited modified debut on the season after he has just really showed up and showed out in all these big paying factory stock crown jewel events in 2020. As lap traffic quickly being disposed of, it's Todd Collier to the 1X. He'll get put down a circuit. As a couple of laps ago, the 199's car just came alive, and boy, he really was able to dial it up and separate himself. So awfully indicative right now. If you look at the lap times and you look at the racetrack right now, separating himself by several car lengths. Ryan Harris, the last time by, turned a 17.757 to an 18.108 for Dean Abbey. clean air obviously means a little bit of something in dirt track racing, but right now we're cruising this time to the white flag after a dominant performance here, Ryan Harris. The Crosby Texan will set his sights at a 1 and 2 and get ready to head down the back boulevard for the final time to turns 3 and 4. As we're winding it down, ready to work into our 48th running of the Louisiana State Championship main events that we've all been waiting for. And the checkered flag awaits for Ryan Harris, your winner from Crosby, Texas in 199. LMS Truck Center. Number 6X is Rocket Rob Litton. Outside's Garrett Lindsay. Starts 6th in the number 24. He's out of Keithville. And the MB Custom by CDR, number 30 from Alexandria, Joel Cuvion, the former $5,000 Battle of Boot Hill winner. 47, Tom Earl from Hazlet, Texas, Dean Abbey. And the number 26, a lot of good cars here starting near the tail that'll try to work their way forward. As Garrett Lindsay trying to muster up something to skirt by for the race lead, the 6X of Litton says no. Rob Litton with victories this season down in Thunder Valley and Glenmora, Louisiana, has a dub at Manny, and he also has 2 wins, or 1 win at the Dirt on the Rev in Monroe. So working off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, Rocket Rob. Litton, again, the only 4-time Southern United Professional Racing Series late model champion on that long-time tour that began back in 1990, the longest sanctioning touring series body in the history of dirt late model racing, where he has 32 victories to his credit, just one up in front of Ronnie Adams. Sorry, Ronnie Adams has 37. I always have to correct myself when I mess up. I think it's David Ashley who he jumped in front of. Anyway, nonetheless, they hustle into one. It's Rob Litton. Here's what we do know, is that he's a good driver, and the yellow flag just came out for the first time of this one. Back underway here with the 6X of Rob Litton from Alexandria, your race leader. As Dean Abbey in the MB Custom by CDR number 26 has worked his way to second, trying to dispose of Lindsay. As he works down the straightaway into 1. Back underway on the restart. Here comes Lindsay back to the outside, trying to grab second away from Abbey. Not too shabby. Dean Abbey rolling to the inside. Won his debut at Boothill Speedway in Ennis, Texas in this machine 2 weeks ago. As they roll down Main Street into turn number 1, Joel Cuvion has just rolled up in front of your initial pole sitter, Garrett Gibson, up to the 5th spot in car number 30. So as I mentioned, Joel Cuvion, the former $5,000 Battle of Boot Hill winner, came from 16th to win that race. He did pick up 2 spots in the tech shed for what it's worth. But Joel has always prided himself on following by the rules, and sometimes it pays to play by the rules. He has had a lot of nasty bad luck here each of the last couple of weeks. Had a scare last weekend at Chatham at the Spooky, as you got a good race brewing here for 2nd and 3rd respectively, in the battle for 4th and 5th, a good one between Cuvion and the 30 and the 47 of Earl. Earl to the outside of the racetrack, trying to get around the 30 of Cuvion. He does down the back straightaway, working down to it. Into turn 1, the 6X of Litton with about a 2 car length advantage. But here comes Garrett Lindsay, starting to get some crumbs maybe kicked up top and allowing him to find a little bit of stick and some dig up there. All the while makes a liar of me, Litton does, as he rolls the hub and rolls it well off a 4 to the white flag. Garrett Lindsay has proved to many folks here in the Architects time and time again, and doing it again here tonight, racing with one of the heavyweights from the great state of Texas of Dean Abbey, brother to Jeffrey Abbey, that he is certainly up to the challenge, and he's got a pretty steady wheel. As they drag race to the line, and I'm not sure who got second. We'll have to go to the transponders. This is Ronnie and Terry Stuckey's son, Jarrett, who is only 17 years of age, who just started racing his first time out about 3 months ago. As it's going to be Cody Tupper sitting on the front row of that MB Custom, one of Ray Moore's former late models, as he takes the green flag off of 4. As they hustle into 1. On the start, off of 2, down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Off of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Chase Del Rio breathing on the neck here, a 3rd into 1 of Rhett Starnes. Starnes sits third as they work off a 2 down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Final time to the checkered flag and absolute domination. The 23, now Cody Tupper will score the victory in your last chance for the late models. Make no mistakes, folks. I know I've been a little quiet, but we're about to turn up the... So again, the 48th running of the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship getting ready to take to the green flag this time. And Justin Converse from Falk, Arkansas, ready to put his foot through the firewall and get this one started. As Luke DuPont to the outside in 06. And we're underway and under the gun for the first time down Main Street in the 1, the first main event of the 48th Louisiana State Championship. And Luke DuPont did not get going. He'll smash the front straight over a retaining wall. What just happened? But we'll try this one more time as Luke DuPont did not get up and go. Not sure what happened, just may have missed the shift, but I would imagine that these guys are already in gear, but he may have slipped one there. The 49 of Converse ready to take to the green flag with now Bubba McEachern on the outside front row. And we're underway for the first time into 1. First main event of the night for the 48th running of the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championships, and right now it's going to be nephew and nephew and Uncle Stevie, nephew Bubba into 3. This is going to be a lot of fun as Converse quickly got relegated back to 3rd as they rock and roll off before the white the caution is out. So we'll try it one more time. I'll tell you about that story about the McEachans here in a few minutes if we get an opportunity. So Justin Converse with Bubba McEachern along the outside, the 199 of Josh Warren, Stevie McEachern in row 2. The lights are out, we're back under the way, and they fire into 1. Three wide for second on the start, washed up the racetrack a little bit with the front end, nearly made contact with his nephew Bubba McEachern, washed up the racetrack there. We got, that's a hard, he saved it, man. He did not get into that wall as hard as Justin Converse from Falk, Arkansas. Once again, it'll be up to him to get this party restarted and put his foot through the firewall in the number C49. Converse, who's one of the all-time winningest drivers in this division, trying to get his first ever Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship title tonight. As they hustle into 1 on the restart. Josh Horn will fit the gap down to the inside. Maybe made a slight kiss of contact. They're 3 wide, 4 wide nearly Off of 2 down the back straight with the compacts, trying to put on a show here on the opening circuit. How will it shake out to lead lap 1? It appears that it'll be nephew Bubba McEachern who leads his uncle across the ABC Auto Parts stripe, and he'll lead lap number 1 in 88. So Bubba McEachern, the hired gun this week for Danny Bryant, as Bryant at work this week wasn't able to make the call. Oh boy, that got close up there for third. And we're going to go caution free from here, folks. No, you say it like that because that's whenever it actually happens. Is whenever.
Whenever you talk shit about somebody, they wreck. So
Yeah. Mark Earl, he said, I drove all the way from Dallas, Fort Worth, and he about drove all the way back to East Texas Street before he turned left that last time and drove nearly over the hood of the 14 at Collier, and now he drives down to the basement on him. Holy smokes. As they roll off of turn number 4, the top 5 underneath Grandma's quilt, it's going to be all Bubba McEachern all the time as his Uncle Stevie breathes down his neck into 1. As we got them scattered and smothered off of turn number 4, and hopefully they'll be sent to promoter school and we can keep the green flag out. We'll send them. Into 3. Here comes Converse. He's got his C49 Cavalier wound up top. As these 2 cars out front, 1 and 2 right now, have been the class of the 4-cylinder division anywhere in the Arklatex in 2020. And tonight, the car the same, driver different. The hired gun, Bubba McEachern, the versatile shoe, likely having some pretty fun this weekend, racing with his Uncle Stevie. As I began to tell that story a few moments ago during the caution, Stevie didn't race for almost 10 years, and he and Blake, speaking of Bubba, built this car for Stevie and got him back into it, and he's been having the time of his life out here. And so you know that this has got to be a whole lot of fun for Bubba to be racing with his uncle up here. They haven't had an opportunity to do that much, I'm not sure, ever, since Bubba's been a... oh, my goodness. And lap traffic just spun right in front, and they'll nearly get by unscathed. Man, hard contact there, folks. And the Zero McEachern just got railroaded into the front straightaway wall. I mean, you got to call it like... He's all over the phone. So it's getting wild up front right now for the race lead. Is all the while the 14 of Collier, Bates, and Tracy Corp. We'll see if he elects to use the brake pedal this time. As they roll into turn number 3, Corp jumped about 3 spots on the restart. For what it's worth, is right now back here. It got messy at times. We'll see if they elect to be a little classy here. As a battle for the race lead, it's heating up. Here comes Josh Warren. Warren down the back. Wow, he just split the gap. That was a nice move by the 10K of Corp, though. We'll give him that. Alpha 4, the 199 of Hudson. Contact with the 47 of Earl through the infield. Goes Geis. Well, it's wild out here right now. So down the back straight away to turn number 3, Bubba McEachern trying to get the 88 car wound up top again. Working down to it. Here comes McEachern on the outside. McEachern on the outside of the 1 and 2. You got a good one brewing here, folks. The 48th running of the Louisiana State Championships, and Bubba McEachern trying to pull one away from the hands of the 199 of Josh Warren. Warren, again, a rear-wheel drive mini-stock guru back in the early 2000s. Won a ton of races in that Toyota Celica. As he hustles in the 1. Warren, a former Louisiana State dirt track champ, again in the mini stock division, as he has begun to separate himself now as we work down to the final few that matter the most. McEachern going to rely on that outside line momentum, and they got 2 more laps to get the job done as we work down to 2 laps as they cross underneath the ABC Auto Parts flag stand. Here comes McEachern. McEachern sails it off deep. Just a little too far out and not able to get the 88 car pointed down the back straightaway as a 199 using the quicker line around right now. Off of 4 to the white flag comes the 199 of Josh Warren. And they'll have to settle it here. The final quarter-mile trip. Will this lap traffic become a factor and impede the progress of Warren? McEachern went way up top that time, and he lost more ground. For the final time to the checkered flag, driving the Michael Hudson 199 tonight. And that Mazda 3, your 48th Louisiana State Dirt Track Champion, Josh Warren from Shreveport, your winner in the compacts tonight in 199. So Josh Warren, a former Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner in this division in the rear-wheel drive mini stocks, and to my knowledge, he'll become the first driver to win in both of those respective four-wheel drive classes, several decades apart. So y'all be sure Boothill Speedway race fans to make some noise when he climbs out of this Michael Hudson on number 199 Mazda. Folks, give it up for Shreveport's Josh Warren in 199. Hey, Josh, meet me. Josh, can you come hop up here and meet me? Yeah, no, I can't. Kiss. We like to give each other a hard time. Here he comes. Give him a hand, folks. Wage the war there with Bubba McEachern, and I'm going to give you a few shirts to the fans here in a second. Man, you won a Louisiana State Championship in that Celica back in the early 2000s or late 90s. And yeah, but how about it, man? For you to be able to get the job done driving Michael Hudson's deal, you had to earn it. Bubba McEachern gave you all your worth tonight.
Man, yeah, he made me work for it. I've never worked for it that hard in factory stock modified anywhere. But the bottom just had that little tack to it, and that car has a lot of torque. It doesn't have, I run out of speed right here. It hits the rev limiter at the flag stand. So if I could just get out of the turn good, I know, man, I'm more slap out.
You know what I love about Josh Warren, folks, is this dude's he's a true racer. I mean, we're racing these 4-cylinders. He's going to hop behind the wheel of his factory stock. You just have fun racing, don't you?
Man, I love it, yeah. I race bicycles. Anything with wheels, I'll race it.
The Lord bless you with a good set of talent, too.
I don't know about that, but, he is good to me, and he's blessed me with a great friend that'll let me sell his car for him. Hopefully it is for sale, so, and just blessed me to be out here every week, so I can't thank him enough.
Not sure if there's actually a rotary motor in that Mazda. I understand it's a Mazda, but you seem like, back in the day, all these Ford Mustangs, the Ford Pintos, and these guys that are winning races, you're in a Toyota Celica. I know you're the hired gun tonight, but you've kind of always been an outlier. There's not another Mazda here. That's Josh Warren style right there.
Yeah, I like to kind of be the outcast, but, I don't know. It was a blast, and that car just is fast. And I didn't think I was ever going to get him around on the bottom because his car's really fast on straightaways. But I just be patient, and hopefully a lane opened up.
I know I have to wrap this up here just real quick. What do you feel like you've got in the factory stock tonight? Can you get it done from wherever you start?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting 20th, so I'm going to have to cheat, or a lot of people are going to have to wreck.
Are y'all going to be cheering him on or what, Boothill? Watch and see if he can come from 20th. Great run tonight, Josh. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
Give it up for him, folks. Josh Warren from Shreveport, your 48th Louisiana one. So we're going 30 laps in distance tonight. We're live on raceontexas.com. I'll try to make my way back up. As Hennigan will start inside of row number 3. The lights are going out. We're underway with Timothy Holt on the outside as they work down Main Street for the first time in the 1. And a 1 and 2. Cooking in on the outside of the 22 at Graham. Graham got a little cattywampus that time in the 3 wide momentarily as they work down the back straightaway. The Trevor Poe Perry in the 3 rolls the second quickly as he will try to win his first ever Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship. as Ronald Pilkington has had all kinds of tough luck in that 22 car since. Oh, and around goes Robert Graham right in front of the field, and they clobber him in the 3. And the green flag stays out. Back underway here at Boot Hill as they roll into 1 on the restart. Into 1. So Ronald Pilkington going to lead them off the exit of 2. Bo Perry's got a big run. Here comes Sean Graham. Oh my. Talked to Sean briefly last night and said that he had a long way to go yet, but the Triple X car is right there in the mix, fighting to the outside of the C16 O'Hennigan. As they work down, Patton is Lee Patton of the 100, who has somehow, somewhere found his way inside of the top 5. As Graham feeding it up top as the 32R of Husselbeck out for blood tonight. As Husselbeck led the first 33 laps of the 2015 running the inaugural King of the Hill 10,000 win event. As they work down the front straightaway back into turn number 1, it's going to be all double deuce all the time. And here comes Scotty. Husselbeck trying to fire a bullet down on the inside of him as they work down the back straightaway as the 21 of Bubba Jones coming on strong. Factory stock racing in its finest right here at the Greenwood Oval tonight. Here comes Scotty Husselbeck for the race lead. Not enough yet. As they work down into 1, working the throttle wheels, the 12 of Perry, as he has not yet been able to get back down on the low side of the racetrack, but the outside line still continues to propel him in front of the Triple X of Sean Graham. 3 wide for 6th rather. 3 wide for 6th between Hennigan, Bubba Jones, and the 12 of Jason Ingalls. Rolling down Main Street into turn number 1. It's still Ronald Pilkington in this one, and the double deuce, the Marshall Texan leads. Pilkington getting breathed down his neck, making an uncomfortable situation. Husselbeck all over him. Husselbeck also sparingly has raced the last several years. Justin Whitehead's had him behind the wheel of his Outlaw Chassis house car at 67. As you always have to know that Scotty Husselbeck is a force and a factor to be reckoned with any given time that he's the hired gun of any car on any given Saturday night. And tonight, he's got him a 32R Rawls Racing Special. And he has got it working right now all over, breathing down the neck of Pilkington again as they roll into 1 and off of 2 this time. Tick-tock, the race clock goes as we're working a 30-lapper here tonight at the Hill. Who's it going to be? At this juncture, it appears that Pilkington is going to look to make his car wide as that Clean Air paying dividends right now for the Panel Trust number 22 car. So interestingly enough, the last lap time, 18.871, they turned exactly the same exact lap. Speaking of Husselbeck and Pilkington, both the 18.871 this last time by, an 18.839 for Pilkington, 18.887 for Husselbeck. Lee Patton, the quickest car on the racetrack the last time by with an 18.733. Turned the quickest lap of this race as Lee Patton also breathing down the neck. They are tighter than the top string on the Texas Fiddle. The top 3 has separated themselves by about 2 car lengths over Sean Graham, who rides 4th in Triple X. And this may be the longest green flag run that we've had all night long, maybe in any division, as it's tighter than the top string. A shot in the short for Husselbeck to the back bumper of the 22 of Pilkington. Down the first straightaway they hit. So Scotty Husselbeck continues to stir something up here. Lee Patton rolling the middle line, and here comes Sean Graham into the mix now. You got a good one brewing tonight here at the Greenwood Oval. We're just now halfway in, 15 in, and 15 more laps to go yet, as Husselbeck has not allowed the 22 to breathe in this one. As Pilkington hitting his marks. No mistakes to be capitalized on by Husselbeck. Hushelpeck has been out for blood at Boothill since he lost the 10,000 win back in 2015 when he led the first 33 laps of the inaugural 10,000 win King of the Hill event. He's been back and he's won and went the victory lane here at this racetrack since that time. But I don't think he'll ever forget it. Matter of fact, I have that Hoosier F40 in my storage unit in Houghton, Louisiana, for what it's worth. The one that burnt off the right rear. He says, sure, you can have it. It ain't nothing to me. But a pretty cool piece of nostalgia for what it's worth as we work down the back straightaway tonight, burning the tires off this Rawls Racing 32R, but keeping it underneath him is Scotty Hushelpeck. Scotty, who lost his mother not long ago. You have to think that, you know, could be an added motivation for him as Scotty's a cool, calm, collected guy. As good of a dude that you'll ever meet. Ronald Pilkington, a little more brash, if you will. If you know Rollo, then not need to paint the picture for you, but he is a good dude and will shake you with a firm handshake. Scotty Hushelpeck, a lot like Justin Whitehead, maybe unassuming. He comes to eat at Texas Roadhouse, you're not thinking that guy's a hell of a race car driver. As Lee Patton, the same could be said for him. As they work down the front straightaway, into one. Tick-tock, the race clock goes. Stand of the hourglass. As I always say, it's beginning to evaporate, but I don't know that we could use that set of circumstances because this is a whole nother ball game tonight. The top four right now within striking distance, and this is going to come down to the very last lap in the wire coming through 3 and 4. Hushelpeck, you can't imagine that he would give the chrome horn here to the double deuce of Pilkington as they are vying right now all for the same set of real estate on the speedway, and a shot in the shorts that time, just as I said it. Hello, Rollo, and goodbye. Nope, he pushes Rollo out of the group with a little bit of a shot in the shorts, and here comes Scotty to the inside, not able to get the job done. Rollo says, nope, no you don't. As Scotty Hushelpeck continues to serve him papers, and the 22 says, we will see you in court. As they roll into turn number 3. As Ronald Pilkington has done everything right to this juncture, making his car wide, and Hushelpeck is eventually going to forge his way by and try to walk through the threshold. As all the while, Sean Graham now coming to life, trying to win his 3rd consecutive factory stock race in the Arklatex. After winning the O'Reilly Auto Parts, 16th running of the Cajun Classic 2 Saturday nights ago at Arklatex, went the Lone Star, won the main event there last Saturday night, and Graham had to come again deep in a B main this evening. Came from 24th to win the B at Vivian 2 weeks ago, sorry. And tonight he had to come from deep, and he sits 4th, being pressured now by Jones as he bobbled off the exit of 2. So that allows the top 3 cars, that trio, with 5 to go this time by underneath the ABC Auto Parts flag stand to try to settle the score between themselves, as Graham will have to really make a valiant effort, as he did into 1, to get back to have a piece of this pie. Tick-tock, the race clock, as they rock off of turn number 4. Who's it going to be tonight? Will Scotty Hushelpeck do anything out of the ordinary to forge his way by? Because I believe he's got the better race car right now, but Pilkington, a smooth shoe indeed. 3 to go this time by at the line. 3 laps to go this time. Next time it's 2 laps to go. Last lap time an 18.547 to an 18.563, but Lee Patton still the quickest hot rod of the bunch with an 18.508. We're talking thousands of seconds, which is obviously not. And here comes Hushelpeck trying to fit it again. I'll tell you what, Rollo will have earned this victory tonight if he can hold on to it. And Hushelpeck is about knocked on the back door like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth here about a week before Halloween. Not been able to dispose of him as a white flag comes out this time by. The checker flag awaits in the final quarter-mile trip here for the 48th running of the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship. On extra, and just popped the power plant's Lee Patton. No. Hushelpeck just popped a power plant. I'm standing in the concession stand and rolling oh my goodness, the whole field just crashed. Almost. Not sure if we'll get checkers, we will. Your winner goes to Ronald Pilkington. And pop goes the Weasel. You know, they have that old saying, you chose to find. As Scotty Hushelpeck served him up papers, he served him some more papers, and Pilkington says, we'll see you in court. So getting ready to climb out, ladies and gentlemen, giving him a hand, the 48th Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner of the factory stocks tonight, the driver of the panel truss, Rollo's Auto Sales, Hennigan Racing, number 22 from Marshall, Texas. Give him a hand. Well, he's getting out in just a second. Y'all hold your applause. Give it up for race fans. Ronald Pilkington from Marshall, Texas in 22.
Rollo, come up here. Sorry, Dad.
Give him a hand, race fans. Ronald Pilkington, your factory stock winner tonight. Boy, we've met here a time or two, my friend, but man, you had to get up on the wheel and earn that one. Scotty Hushelpeck, you know that he'll race you hard, race you with sportsmanship, but man, you had to make the car wider than a triple wide tonight. You held on to it, man, but you got breathed down your neck, Rollo.
Man, it was tough, right? And there's a lot of fast cars out here nowadays, and you got to just go. And I was real good down here, and I wasn't very good down here. I was loose getting in, but down here I felt like I could make my speed back up. But down here I was struggling, and I was nervous the whole time.
I think you've struggled a little bit in this car. I mean, we haven't talked a whole lot off the track, this year as we would in the past. But I think you've struggled a little bit in this car this year at times. But this has to feel really good to get this car to victory lane, man. It's been a long time coming.
Yes, sir. Two big races in a row. We struggled and ended up being the vent on the fuel cell was stopped up. Little things like that causes trouble. Who was the kid that drew the number tonight?
The inversion, this young lady up here who's still got the dice in her hand up there right now.
Where's she at?
Where's she at?
Anyway,
yeah.
Starting on the front row is a big deal out here, especially with all these fast cars.
Yeah.
And I got lucky. I was supposed to start second row outside, and she rolled the dice, and sometimes that's how it goes.
So that went through your mind when you knew the inversion was a 5. You said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna hold on, or we're gonna try to hold on like hell from the pole."
I was nervous. Like I was saying, we're gonna have to hold on.
What were you thinking though behind the wheel? This is the young lady right here who drew your number there.
There you go.
Oh, he got some money for you. 20. Hey, she done made all kind of money tonight. This dude's a class act, man. Let's hear all the great folks that help you out in your racing team, man. I know you couldn't do it without a lot of great sponsor supporters, and I know Chris Hennig and a lot of those guys help you out a lot.
Chris Hennig, he's a big help behind my racing. We help each other a lot. We discuss things. Glenn Perry got a outstanding race car. Ma'am?
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome. Go buy some more candy. And you stay up all night.
I owe her some Skittles too.
Yeah. Of course.
all night.
Glenn Perry builds a hell of a race car, and Rick C.S. does all the motor work. Crow helps me. I got another extra guy over this weekend, Michael Maywell, helping. It takes a team to get all this done.
Final thing, man, we got to wrap this up and roll this next race on. But, you've been doing this for a long time, man. With Hushelpeck, you got to feel the pressure. I mean, you're not rattled at all. You're not thinking. You're not nervous behind the wheel. What are you thinking?
Was that Hushelpeck behind me?
Yeah.
I thought it was Chris, and I was really nervous.
Congratulations, Rollo. Well-earned, deserving win for you, my friend.
Thank you.
Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen, from Marshall, Texas. Ronald Pilkington from Marshall takes the win tonight. Pizza Rev, Lawnscape Concepts, number 27. It's Mike Washburn from Shreveport. Outside's going to be the 5-time Arklatex track champ, Doug Vick Jr. 4V is Doug Vick. The Mad Hatter, Chase Hatton in the 211. 20 times the winner of the season ago. Outside's going to go forward. Jeffrey Lachey from Soretta. And I've got to get back up to the top. Nearly 3 wide early for the race lead as they hustle off into number 4. Finally made my way up top here. Didn't even have to catch my breath. The 20 of Michael Easley trying to get one of the biggest, and the back to the green flag in your Pro Mod main event presented by LED for Life here for the 48th running of the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship. Man, Easley came down the racetrack a little bit there on the start, but no harm and no foul. Trent Humphrey will trying to find the lane and a run to him as they'll take the low road of the racetrack now, as Gene Border just got around the 4 of Richards, as he's up inside in the 8th spot now in 8. 8 rides 8 as they're side by side for the race lead off of turn number 4. As Michael Easley driving one of the best races of his career tonight, and around goes Chase Hatton in front of the field into turn number 1. Goodness gracious. And a 1 on the restart. The 5-time Arklatex track champ Doug Vick Jr., former Cajun Classic winner, has found himself a run to the outside of Humphrey. Humphrey keeps him honest as right now field of heavyweights roll off of turn number 4, throwing punches down the front straightaway in the 1. Who's got the baddest hot rod of the bunch? Trent Humphrey driving his best race I've seen at Boothill Speedway, to my knowledge, in his Pro Mod career, as Humphrey right now rolls and disposes of the 515 of... I'm sorry, he disposed of the 4V of Vic. Come on, man. Going back under the green flag this time with Michael Easley, your race leader. Thank you for your patience in advance in the regards of the cautions, but like I always say, it bees like that sometimes. And right now, hustling in the 1 on the restart. Just cross your fingers and toes that we can get some green flag laps logged into. The drivers will actually have that in the forefront of their minds to think about all these fans here who have spent their hard-earned money. They don't want to see Yeller after Yeller. Oh, Yeller was a good movie. Not here at the 48th Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship, as they hustle into 1. Where the red fern grows, Trent Humphrey trying to mount a charge on the number 20 of Easley. Oh boy, he drove it in deep that time. That was nice driving by Humphrey to drive it in there to kind of see what he had, see what kind of stick and dig he had off the exit of 4. We'll see if he utilizes that and pulls that one out of his hip pocket later, if need be, if the line moves up just a little bit. Car looked like it had a lot of forward drive there off the exit, as he got picked up a lot of slack between he and the 20 of Easley. As the man on the move right now, Gene Border, all the way out of a last chance here, as he's trying to work his way inside of the top 5. Border in 8, halfway in this time. Halfway this time by, as hoping to get some green. Oh my goodness gracious. And the... So this will be the final attempt, folks, as I believe they reached their time limit. So if we get another caution, it's going to be a green-white checkered finish. They went 10 laps here to this juncture, and the lights are out, and we're back underway. And we'll see if Trent Humphrey can use his killer instinct here. He's in that Johnny's Pizza House. Oh, wow.
That's 2 for him. He needs to go.
A good time to restart for Humphrey, but Michael Easley. Here comes Humphrey on the restart. He knows he's got to get what he can get when he can get it, because he has no clue when the next caution may come out in this race. Into turn number 3. That's true. Into 3 and 4. They're side by side for the race lead. And they work down to it into turn number 1. Trent Humphrey to the inside of Easley. Easley says, no, you don't. Into 1 and 2. Oh, boy. They're racing hard, neck and neck for the race lead. Here comes Doug Vick now. PSG, please stay green, as James Essex would say. Please stay green. It's a good one. Excuse me. I got the hiccups. I mean, this is what this class is designed to do right here. This is good racing. As the 4 of Doug Vick Jr. works his way down to the inside, as Jeffrey Bechet being brought along in tow. The pair of 4s as Mike Washburn has been relegated back to the 5th spot, as Gene Border sits 6th as they work down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Devin Richards 1 spot out in 7th in the 4X. The curb records by Dylan Scott entry. He has 1 win at the Rev this season. As they work down the back straightaway. Trent Humphrey, boy, I tell you what, he showed strength, and once he got out front, he is blistering the Boothill Speedway Racing Service in that Johnny's Pizza House. Greg Tilley's Mobile Homes, number 515. Johnny Vaught been helping turn in wrenches on that hot rod here in 2020. Got Johnny Vaught going pretty good on the iRacing ranks here as of late. Pretty cool to be playing iRacing with a guy in his 60 years old. One of the good guys in our sport. As the caution is out. So off of 4 to the green flag comes Trent Humphrey. We're backing away in your Pro Mod main event. Cross your fingers, and if you're able to cross your toes, be kind of strange, but go ahead and do it anyway. As they roll into 3 and 4 this time. Off of 4 down Main Street. The Greg Tilley's Mobile Homes, Johnny's Pizza House, ABC Auto Parts, number 515, trying to make it to ABC Auto Parts Victor Lane. Oh my goodness, just take her to the pits. Tick-tock, the clock goes. Humphrey working it. Oh, it won, scraping and sending sparks up into the Greenwood night sky. Come on, guys. 5 to go this time by, as here comes Bechet now. Jeffrey Bechet. He's a cool dude. He's got a ball head. Chris Vine sending sparks into 1. Trent Humphrey trying to get around unscathed. Look out, Trent. Oh, my goodness. That guy needs to get off the racetrack. The caution's out. Boy, it makes... Look out, Trent Humphrey trying to give it up late. Working down to the white flag this time by. Who's it going to be? Trent Humphrey. Once he got out front, has driven a flawless race. He's going to have to hold on for one more quarter-mile trip around the Greenwood Oval. He just sent sparks into the Greenwood night sky. Final time down the back straightaway, Trent Humphrey, who's got 2 wins at Arklatex this year. He'll get the biggest paying win of his career tonight in the Johnny's Pizza House, ABC Auto Parts, Greg Tilley's Mobile Homes 505. Trent Humphrey from Castor wins the 48th running of the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship and the LED for Life Pro Mods tonight here at the Hill. Well, folks, say what you will. Like I mentioned at Arklatex, well-earned wins, and this one is well-earned. Trent got a little high wide there off the exit of 2 before he came down to the white flag on that restart. Nearly made contact with the back straightaway wall, and then he got into the retaining wall here and sent some sparks into the Greenwood sky. He tried to make it as interesting as he possibly could for himself. He's got the helmet off, folks, getting ready to climb out. Hold your applause till he climbs out so he can hear you. Driver of the Down Home Country Sausage, Greg Tilley's Mobile Homes, Johnny's Pizza House, ABC Auto Parts, 515 from Castor. Give it up for Trent Humphrey and 515. Gotta love it. Trent, meet me up here, brother. All right. Trent's gonna come up here so y'all can. Here he comes, folks. When he makes his way up here, y'all give a hand here to Trent Humphrey, again, of the 515, your Pro Mod winner tonight. I told the fans, man, you know, I had a few more cautions than we would have liked to see, but the matter of the fact was you stalked the 20 of Michael easily for the entirety of this race. Once you finally got around him, man, you hit your marks and you separated yourself. You made it a little interesting, though. Nearly got on the retaining wall there before you came to the white flag, but drove a flawless race tonight.
Thanks, Zach. Yeah, it's taking a little rubber, and got a little tight on me, man. I was hoping I wasn't going to give it away right there at the end. Worked so hard many times to pick one up, and finally got one here. My first win. So I've had second a few times, and to do it to state championship, that's just pretty awesome.
It is. You know, the Humphrey name rings true around the Arklatex, of course. You know, Ronnie and Gene, but you know, pretty awesome. I think your emotion kind of shows it all. But to be a Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner has got to mean a lot to you.
Absolutely. Couldn't do it without a ton of people. Greg Tilley's Mobile Homes, Johnny's Pizza, ABC Auto, Down Home Meats, IRP Race Cars, Vault Racing, JRP, J&J Motorsports. I got to give it up to Bill Herron, his help tonight, Tommy Roth last night, my dad and Uncle Gene for keeping me reliable power, whole drivetrain. My Uncle Ronnie, my wife, I absolutely cannot forget her. No. But last, certainly not least, I got to give it up for my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. All the glory to Him alone.
Absolutely. Amen to that, my friend. It's been an awesome year for you. You got 2 wins in Vivian as well to get one. I'm not sure how many more you'll run this year, but, man, it's been an outstanding year for you, Trent.
Yeah, I can't complain at all. It's been a weird year with everything else going on, but I've got to thank Chase Hatton as well. He's helped me a ton, not just on setup, but on some driving stuff. I hated he had a rough night, but I wouldn't be here without Chase's help as well.
Final thing, real quick, we'll roll this next one on. I mean, you got that many cautions. Do you know your race car's as good as it feels? I mean, it was passing the eyeball test. You separated yourself, but as long as it took you to get around Michael. Yeah, I mean, did you feel confident you had the car that you could get the job done?
I thought so. You know, he actually stretched it out a few times early on, but I kind of found a line to my liking, and I did rub on him a little bit. I hated that. We raced super clean last night. He made a mistake when I got by him, and so I do hate that we rubbed a little bit. It's just hard racing, and it's always tough here at Boothill. But yeah, I was watching hand signals when he was out front, and then when I got out front, so it's always good to kind of have those indicators. But again,
turn the mic down, please.
Again, wouldn't be here without the help of all my friends and family and our sponsors.
Congratulations, man. Well-earned, well-deserved win for you, my friend.
Thanks again to the Boothill crew for putting this on, for Tim, Brian, the whole crew of y'all. Thank y'all, and you fans especially. We thank y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the show.
Class act, folks. Give it up for him. Trent Humphrey, Louisiana State Dirt Track Champion here at the Hill tonight. As Bill Ingles says, here's your sign. Alrighty, on the pole this one in car number 15, the 2015 factory stock Louisiana State Champion. It's Cody Tupper trying to serve some supper tonight. 69 trying to take their lunch money. It's the Marshall Missile, Derek Grigsby. The lights are out. We're underway off of 4. Tupper and Grigsby go neck and neck into 3 and 4 on the opening lap of this one. We have one around the middle of 1 and 2. It's going to be Shashevsky, it looked like maybe. And this will come on lap 169. Derek Grigsby leads the first lap. It's Cody Tupper, who is with nothing less than Stiller in this number 15, a Badix sponsored IRP affixed to his chassis since he acquired this car in July from Denny Gabar out of Frankston. As Austin Green of this junction on the 2 laps scored is Derek Grigsby from Marshall, trying to go for his 5th Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship crown tonight. Racing for Wes into turn number 3, Grigsby slides up to the top shelf of the roof and puts the power plant to the firewall. That PTS power plant built by John McElroy. Into one. Grigsby catches a little bit of character there, but he rocks and rolls his way off of 2 and into turn number 3. Tupper keeping him honest as they roll into 3 and 4. So Tupper trying to get his 6th win since acquiring this car from Denny G, like I said a moment ago, as Jason Ingles now starting to apply some pressure. So soon we'll be on defense rather than on offense as he tries to take more stabs at Derek, but Derek turns down the challenge each and every time he says no, sir. So the missile from Marshall mentioned last year that he would have rather this is one that's always been near and dear and special to his heart, and a driver whose career began in the street stock ranks back in 2001. The son to Wes Grigsby, nephew to Kenny Grigsby. The Grigsby name runs true. Uncle Brad raced this at this racetrack many a Saturday nights as the Greenwood Oval. It's home for the last name of Grigsby, and Derek wants none other to etch his name and submit it into the history books here in Greenwood, Louisiana, which he has already done to this juncture, no matter if he never wins another race here. But he'll try to put it in stone tonight as he keeps chipping away at it into 1. Derek Grigsby been racing the limited modified division since 2009. Raced some in the modified ranks for a short period of time, had a craft chassis. But the driver out of Marshall, Texas, and the True Love Law Firm, One Call Staffing, 5-Star Builders, Marshall Lubin number 69. Now a proud father of 2 boys. Certainly has always been long time considered one of the best drivers to ever do it in the Arklatex. And I've mentioned all the other family stuff because he's really contemplated either stepping away or not. You know, he's either all in or he's out in a way. But right now, Derek, using the talents that he was blessed with as he hustles with the lead right now, it's going to be tough for anyone to get out there and pry it from his hands tonight. As down the back stretch into turn number 3, Derek Grigsby with the lead, but about 4 car lengths now as he separates himself. A lap traffic up in front will eventually impede his progress. He'll have to choose the in or outs and try to dictate his way around lap traffic, and that's when Tupper will try to pick up the slack that has been put between he and the rear bumper of the 69 of the Grigsby. As Ingles continues to apply pressure, and Dustin Taylor just lost the power plant. The caution flag will immediately come out. Dustin Taylor lost the power plant. Pop goes the Weasel. Yeah, I gotta go. So we're back underway here on the restart of your limited modified feature. So back underway, here comes now Racing Jason on the restart. Jason Ingles fired well, and he got around Tupper, and Ingles has gone to second now. Jason Ingles trying to get another Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship crown and bring it back to Ingles Hill. And if anybody were to keep Derek Grigsby a little bit more honest, it will certainly be Jason Ingles. Been an outstanding year of Ingles behind the cockpit as he's got a run to the inside nearly. Not able to sidestep and get the run that he wanted that time, but he's got plenty of laps to go yet. As Grigsby not able to keep the car pinned around the bottom, I don't think as tight as he'd like to, but although it's working for him right now, but for how long? Had to hit the brakes just a little too hard there. He makes his car wide there off of 4, continues to lead in 69. The Marshall Missile, just a little tight there on entry, but nonetheless, it propels him out front. That's Scott Shipley power underneath the hood for Ingles. PTS John McLemore power underneath the hood for the 69. As they work down the front straightaway again into 1 and 2. CB Bruton, CB power underneath the hood of the 15 for Tupper. And the cream is risen to the top here in this main event. So not playing good fortunes for the invert for the 99 junior. Mark Underwood Jr. finds himself I think, outside of the top 10 or in the 10th spot here. As right now they're like a yo-yo with no string, just right around the Boothill Speedway and the same lane right now at this juncture. So just as you thought that Grigsby was giving up a little bit there to allow Ingles to pick up something, just wasn't able to find it. Ingles wasn't. And Derek's now hitting his marks once again, separating himself. Smooth and easy does it. It would appear to get you to victory lane tonight. As Grigsby driving a flawless race. And he knows that he has to do just that. Any given night, all these wins are always earned and never given. One of the most ultra competitive classes in the United States, that there is no doubt. The Sport Mod division. And it's going to take some finesse of the throttle to get the job done here tonight. And we got one around. It's the Bell City racer Wilkerson. And he crossed up in front of Grigsby. He had to check the throttle. And maybe picking up a slight gain on him was the 12 of Ingles. So Ingles may be chipping away at it. Not yards of feet, but he is certainly chipping away at some inches right now. Trying to size up the 69's game. Trying to pick his poison and figure out where Derek may not be good. As that's oftentimes one of the lethal... One of the things that Jason's really been able to capitalize on over the years is find out what your weakness is. The problem is Derek doesn't have many of them. And he has yet to been able to pick the pocket of 69. As he'll continue to breathe down his neck as Derek now separates himself by Carlington and a half. Derek Grigsby has yet to make one mistake in this race. He has driven flawlessly to this point here at his home track tonight. Will we see Derek Grigsby right in front of him? Left traffic. That got nasty for a little bit hairy there for a matter of moments, and we'll still stay under the green. And we got one going the wrong direction because he thinks he's going to get a caution. And what the hell are we doing here? I mean, what the hell is this dude doing? Jason Ingles said, I had better get up here and test the outside of the racetrack and see what I got. What do I have to lose? He could have lost the one spot, 2 laps to go this time, as Derek Grigsby will be looking to pick up the 5th Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship victory of his racing career tonight. He has driven flawlessly. No mistakes for 69. He'll cruise this time to the white flag with a nice lead in the 3 and 4. The final quarter-mile trip for the 4-time Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner in a quarter-mile. He'll be a 5-time. He hit the invert perfectly. The other Marshall, Texas racer thanked the young lady Hadley for the invert and gave her $20. More money in the bank tonight for one of the best to ever do it in the Arklatex. From Marshall, Texas, the Marshall Missile, Derek Grigsby will win his 5th unprecedented Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship tonight here at the Hill. Loud and proud here to his father, Wes Grigsby, who's been battling bladder cancer, of course, but Derek has back-to-back Louisiana State Dirt Track Championships. His 5th one of his racing career tonight will come here in Greenwood. Sorry, guys. So y'all be sure for everyone left in the house to give him a big round of applause. This is his home racetrack. Give it up for him. The Marshall Missile, Derek Grigsby, climbing out of the Marshall Illuminato, number 69. Derek. Hey. Derek. Just let everybody come up here tonight. That's cool with me. When he climbs up here, race fans, give him a hand. His 5th unprecedented Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship crown tonight to the Marshall Missile, Derek Grigsby. Ryan Robinson, will you turn me down just a little bit again, please? Just dial me back some. He's got it. That was good. Thank you. ABC Auto Parts water there for the Marshall Lubin Auto number 69. I tell you what, Derek, Jason Ingles, at one point it's breathing down your neck. Tupper's been really fast. But this race, you've told me before, man, it means more to you, not necessarily about the money, but about the prestige, man. This race has always been special to you. Tonight, man, you hit your marks. Jason Ingles tried to breathe down your neck, man. You never made one mistake, man. You drove a flawless race tonight.
Yeah, I don't know about flawless, but it was a couple in there. But the track's starting to take a little rubber down there. I figured it out a couple laps in. I knew if we just stayed in that line, then we were going to be pretty good. I don't know how close they were. But can you say hi? Say hi.
He wants to. He's frozen. Yeah, he's out too. Man, it's cool whenever your son comes to Victory Lane. Like, that's what this is all about, man. It's like, we told the fans a little bit, we've said Derek Grigsby's either all in or, not necessarily that you're out, but you spend a lot of time at the shop. You got a kid, family with kids and stuff these days. You being dad and, I don't know how long it'll be till you pass it along. Maybe this youngster, maybe Ty's ready to do it. But, that's why I'm sure you enjoy each and every one of these, especially this particular race, man. This is always special for you.
Yeah, man, this one, like you said, this one has a lot of prestige. It doesn't even matter. I don't even know how much they pay. It doesn't really matter. This trophy is what I want right here. And it just means a lot, man, because this week we were out there every night, and I don't think my wife was too happy, but she knows how important this is to me. And like you said, man, it means a lot.
How much longer are you going to do this?
You're gonna do ESPN question.
Yes, ESPN. No.
I don't know I need one of those good answers that they have, but
I'm not Tom Rinaldi.
I don't have it for you.
I'm not Tom Rinaldi. I'm not trying to pull tears out of you. That guy's crazy. But no, man, it's when your whole family's here, though. I mean, this is what it's all about, my friend. And you parked this '69 car on the slab. I mean, I'm sure when you started off your career in 2001, to win this race 5 times is pretty unprecedented and pretty cool for you as well.
Yeah, it's awesome, and to have them here. I wouldn't be here if they weren't here. I'm not going to be over here by myself, So
I'd be remiss to not allow you to thank all the great folks that help you, all the sponsors to get this car to the racetrack as well.
Yes, sir. 5-Star Builders, True Love Law Firm, JCT Auto Sales, Roscoe Power Glide, Marshall Lubin Auto, Scott Swanner Bulletproof Tees, Shane Aber. This is our express race car. We hit the wall with their other car a couple weeks ago, so this is the only one we got left right now. But Shane's helped me a ton this week. We came over to practice. We made probably 50 laps Thursday. Yeah. And like I said, we were all in this week.
I know you've given me a hard time in the past. Man, you always make me cry. I just think I'd say, no, I'm not, and I'm not. I think I would say on behalf of all these race fans, I think even if they're not a fan of Derek Grigsby, I think that they'll say that what they do appreciate about you is you wear your heart on your sleeve and you come out here and lay it on the line and so hell of a job again tonight, my friend. You laid it all out there, and congratulations to you.
Thank you, man. And thank y'all for coming out. I know it's cold. We appreciate it.
Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. The Marshall Missile gets the job done tonight here at Boot Hill. Oh, hey, Hadley, here you go. Here's another 20. It's in distance tonight. 40 laps. 2 regular Saturday night specials. Morgan Bagley in the P&W Sales P&W Ironworks, number 14, GotARace.com entry, as he's on and fires early as we hustle into one on the start. Catman John Mitchell, the 20th Devin Sitton. And the 40-lap grind will begin. 10 laps shy of a half-century mark grind as they roll into one of this 40-lap affair. It's going to be the 14 Emma Morgan Bagley. And the Crate Lake Model Rinks this weekend could have went to the Fall Classic and raced for $15,000 at Why Not? But why not come to Boot Hill when it's a hopscotch, skip, and a jump from down the road from Longview, as he has got the race lead right now as he hustles in the Gotta Race P&W Sales Rocket XR1 number 14M. Mo Bags trying to put some money bags in the bank tonight. 2 super late model standouts, 3 of them as a matter of fact. 4 of them are your top 4 right now. As Kevin Sitton, the 2008 P&W Sales Super Late Model Tour Rookie of the Year, won 6 times on that tour in his career. Has got about a half a straightaway up in front. The Catman John Mitchell, who I mentioned earlier, won his first ever super late model race right here at Boot Hill in March of 2001. So Mitchell is setting his sights on the rear spoiler of the 14 Emma Morgan Bagley, as these have waged wars many a Saturday nights, whether it's open wheel modified ranks or in the late models, but it'll all come to a head tonight at the 48th running of the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship with a crate power underneath the hood. 604 crates have been an outstanding addition to the action of the track. It's getting a little bit locked down, taking rubber around the bottom. Certainly isn't what you hope for, but nonetheless, it is what it is. And it's all Bagley all the time as he reaches lap traffic as John Mitchell is picking him up and putting him down and reeling him in. He's got the pole out and he's reeling the big fish of Morgan Bagley into him. And somehow, wow, Chase Del Rio is about to be disposed, and he is, of Chase Del Rio just got put down a lap. After showing so much strength here all weekend long, faced some adversity late in one of those qualifiers and really set himself up for a tough sled here. As Bagley doing everything right to this juncture. He's got 2 cars between he and himself and the 5 of the Catman. Catman still sitting in second as they work through 3 and off of 4. And the 48th running again of the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship. Morgan Bagley out of Longview, Texas. He was the 2011 P&WCL Super Late Model Tour champion as a rookie on the tour. Timothy Culp, also a rookie that season, finished 1 and 2, and finished second to Mobags that year. As they rock and roll off the exit of turn number 2, down the backstretch. As the 14M set to get to some more heavy lap traffic. There's a tree up in front as they all vie for that same line around the speedway right now at this juncture. As Bagley hitting his marks. The 5 of John Mitchell keeping him honest. Mitchell's closing the gap now. John Mitchell with a $5,000 victory this season at the Twin 5000s in Chatham. As here comes the Catman. He has had some good runs this year, but he's had some heartbreaks as well. And when he finished second to Mason Jordan, he had to come all the way back to the tilt from the Dirt on the Rev in Monroe. And finished second there twice. He got second once to Kay Dillard. So hustling and rolling into 1. Down the back boulevard into 3. 1 car between he, speaking of Bagley, and the 5 of John Mitchell. Is anybody going to do anything to get there? Will we get a caution? And we may very well get it up here at the top of turn number 4, yet to slow. That was that 30 of Joel Cuvion, and the lights just went out. Did the lights just go out, or am I tripping? The lights just go out on 2, or am I tripping? I guess it was the glare. Like, I don't know. I kid you not. Looked like the lights went out over there, and I think they really did. Alrighty. Hard for me to see. I'll have to get... had to relocate my leaders here. Got some nasty glares up here, and I'm standing at the concession stand. That's the only way I can hear myself think. As Morgan Bagley right now has the race lead in hand. Morgan finished second here. And Ronnie Adams' final race, a race victory here at the Boothill Speedway. 2 years ago, August of 2018. Ronnie Adams won his final one here. And Morgan gave it everything, gave him absolute hell, and he couldn't get the job done. And then 1 year poetic justice, he comes back after the unfortunate loss of Ronnie Adams, and he won here in a Louisiana Super Late Model race in August of 2019, and he paid tribute and dedicated that win to Ronnie. Tonight, back at the racetrack, trying to get his first win since that special night. Morgan Bagley hitting his marks, putting them up, he puts them down. We're halfway in, 20 laps to go. That's a long way to go yet. I mean, if we go caution free, you better have your weightlifting game on point. As Morgan Bagley right now hustling his way down the boulevard. The driver who began his career in the open wheel modified ranks at the Lone Star Speedway was the 2005 Lone Star Speedway track champion in the open wheel modifieds. Raced nationally on the USMTS Tour on the watch, had the Stan Roland Racing Shawbot Brooks number 5R machine. And one thing is what we do know is Morgan Bagley has been a lethal driver around this Arklatex area for quite some time. And it's been nice to have him racing a little bit closer to home, as, like I mentioned, raced on the World of Outlaws Tour full-time for several years, 5 years. Was not able to finally strike pay dirt, but certainly made a lot of folks proud for what it's worth. John for Wayman and Kay McMillan. Right in front. I mean, this is an absolute annihilation tonight. Bagley is stuck around the bottom. Oh, look out, Jared Stuckey got a little loose there in front. No foul. Running scared out front is Bagley. Bagley, again, trying to bag some money in the bank tonight as Dean Abbey will expire the number 26 NB custom by CDR entry. So continues to be. See you later, Mr. Stan. One of the diehard fans of Boothill walking by the sesh stand here, giving me an old salute. Stan Mock has never missed the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship. Guys like that have to be paid tribute to. Can't do it without the diehard race fans here. As right now, he's about to miss a good one, perhaps, as John Mitchell continues to fight tooth and nail, but is yet to find that cat scratch fever that he would need and desire to have to claw and scratch the 14M to him and dethrone him and scratch him a second, but nothing yet. We better get some good scratch here because the 14M of Bagley has yet to make a mistake, similar to how Derek Grigsby hit his marks and did not make one mistake in the previous outing in the limited modified main event. As Morgan Bagley, give you more of a rundown here. Let me tell you. As we'll take a look here at what the lap times could possibly be here to this juncture. The live timing and scoring went down. Five laps to go. Are we going to go caution free? Bagley trying to carve his way through. Morgan trying to get around Tupper now. What's for supper? Here comes John Mitchell to the back bumper. He's as close as he's been all race long. To the back of Tupper. The 14M of Bagley. Mitchell has given it hell, but he has not been able to muster up enough to squirt by the 14M of Bagley for the race lead. Still playing a heavy game of catch-up here. He's going to have to pull a rabbit out of the proverbial hat here and really pull a prayer Mary if he wants to get this win tonight, speaking for John Mitchell. Mitchell being pressured by lap traffic of Stuckey. Working down to it, the two laps to go this next time by. And I'd have been interested to see what the lap time would have been here, just to throw it into consideration. But obviously, passing the eyeball test, still Morgan Bagley is hitting his marks. He has yet to make a mistake. And he'll cruise this time to the white flag in the 14M car. Mitchell's there. Mitchell's still there as they roll into 1 and 2 with the 5 of John Mitchell trying to breathe down his neck. A nice car length or two advantage out front for the final time to turns 3 and 4. And he'll cruise to win the 48th running of the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship and the Fraser County Crate Late Models tonight. The Mobags. Morgan Bagley wins the Crate Late Model main event here at the Hill. Tim and Danielle Higgins and track promoter Brian Fraser, we thank y'all so much for being here for the 48th running of the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship. But if you're able to be here to make some noise as the driver of the 14M from Longview, Texas, getting ready to climb out of the MorganBagley.com Gotta Race P&W Sales Day Motorsports number 14M. Here he is, race fans, Mobags, Morgan Bagley and 14M. Come on, folks, give him a hand. I'm going to go down here and get it where we're Morgan. I've had everybody else climb up there, but he got all the family and everybody down here. So, man, 40 laps caution free. Not sure if you even anticipated that, but it was right around those tires, man. But you did not make one mistake in this race, Morgan. Didn't give anything for John Mitchell to chew on, man. You drove a flawless race.
Man, it was definitely fun. You know, the first outing in the crate car, we weren't real sure, you know, which direction we needed to go. But, you know, I think that shows a lot to my team, with the sponsors and owners, with the McMillans and my crew. Boys, Scott, Dad, Rob's here. Everybody comes to help. Shows we got a good team, you know, and good balance in the car. It just drove right around there.
Sorry, go ahead, sir.
I want to dedicate this to my cousin, Billy Marvin. I miss him.
I understand that, brother. I think we all do. You know, it's a class act, Morgan, and I don't know what more needs to be said. I know that he's looking down, you know, definitely through it for you tonight, my friend, as, you know, Billy wouldn't have that any other way for you. It's, you know, the last time you'd won here, you were dedicating the win to Ronnie. So, you know, the last couple times here to Victory Lane have been a little emotional for you, to say the least. But this racetrack's always been pretty special for you, too. I mean, it's, you know, kind of, if Lone Star's not the home, this is definitely, you know, your second home anyway. But this racetrack's been special, and to be crowned a Louisiana State Championship winner has got to be pretty cool, too.
Oh, most definitely. You know, this is where I got my first win at. And, you know, it's been good to my family, between my granddad Al, and thank you, bud, and you know, just the whole family in general. And I want to thank my boss man was here tonight, and glad he got to see it too. And thanks for all the fans for enduring a long weekend. And thank you. Y'all always have a good turnout. Tim and Brian and all of them doing a great job here. And I appreciate you all coming out tonight.
What interests you in this crate late model deal? We don't have to get too deep on it, but when you look through this field, I mean, Rob Litton's here. I mean, there's some. I mean, Jody Prince has run them. There's a lot of, you know, a laundry list of accomplishments amongst this entire field. You could have easily won a race for $15,000 at the Fall Classic this weekend, but you came right here to one of your home racetracks. What's enticing to you? I mean, obviously, there's a pretty good chunk of change on the line, but I mean, when you got a caliber competition like that out here, I mean, it makes it even that much more, you know, enticing to come here and race. I mean, you got some good competitors here.
Well, I'll be home in 45 minutes tonight instead of 6 hours. Now, it's like you said, you know, it's all about racing, and you want to have fun, and it's turned into where winning is what's fun, and, you know, we just want to go out and support it. They're trying to bring late models back to the area. I think every time you see a late model race here at Boothill, it packs the stands, and the fans come out for all of them. That's why y'all are great fans, and I think you know, they get hope like we can do what we can to get the drivers from this area to support everything, to get this crate series taken off, so these fans in the stands pay to get to see a good show and some good drivers, and we can make late model racing great again down here.
Hey, just a final thing real quick. From your perspective, you know, from where you're sitting in the cockpit, to the fans, they say they really can't see a difference in speed necessarily passing the eyeball test, but from your perspective behind the cockpit, you've raced the supers. How much did it feel different to you?
Well, you know, that's what we've been nerve-wracking all weekend here, just not knowing what to anticipate. And it seems like, you know, every time I get out, you know, I go and tell my guys, and there's a lot of similarity, and it's really, you know, there's not much, I mean, very little setup difference of what I would have had with my 900 horsepower motor here. I mean, these little motors aren't, I mean, to be designed to go on a tiller. They don't do too bad.
Yeah, it's pretty slick out there. It comes alive during this deal. I will give you an opportunity to thank all your, you know, sponsors, supporters. I'm not sure if you thanked any of them particularly.
Well, we only got about one. That's Mr. McMillan himself over there. So if anybody wants to come on board, we got plenty of room.
Way to make them proud.
Well, you know that, but of course, I want to thank, you know, Rocket Chassis and, you know, Josh, Mark Richards. Then this race one, Brad Hemming out of the race one with this crate motor. When we looked into getting to this, we had a couple people recommend, you know, we called, made some phone calls, talked to him. He was definitely really, you know, made us feel where we got this thing and bolted it in, and we ain't had to do nothing but hook the coil wire up and hit the starter button, and you show it runs fine, no spits, sputters, or nothing. And, you know, Integra Racing Shocks, and just all the guys, you know, that put this together. And I want to thank Darty Smith.
Yeah.
I know he's, fighting the corona, and wish he could be here to see this. And I know Court going to be able to tell him, but Darty, get better, and get back home soon.
You'll see it on Race on Texas too. We tried to get him hooked up with one in his hospital bed earlier, but class act like you always are, Morgan. And I'll speak for a lot of fans. It's good to have you racing closer to home, my friend. You know, you spend a lot of time, a lot of hard, long days on the road out there, man, paying your dues in the sport, man. It's good to see you back closer to home, and it pays dividends for you coming right back here tonight, and you'll take some cool cash back to Longview for your efforts tonight, my friend.
Yes, sir. Like I said, y'all just please keep coming and supporting your dirt tracks, and we'll build on this late model class, and you'll never know who you get to see pulling these gates.
I think Scott Young turning on the wrenches, finishing second in points in factory stocks a couple years ago. He got that thing dialed in tonight.
I'm telling you, he could drive this thing. I'll just sit back and drink beer and watch.
By God. Give it up for him, race fans. Morgan back.